What would you say, if there are any, are the major differences between the way young people view politics now and the way young people viewed politics when you were our age, when you were a teenager?
I think perhaps the difference is, although I know that there's a temptation for people to believe that people are more disengaged with politics now than they've ever been. I don't think that's necessarily true. The difference now is that when young people engage in politics, they tend to do it via particular campaigns and particular groups. So you have things like the Occupy movement, which is a political movement. You have green movements. Again, they are political movements with a particular message in mind. So what tends to happen is that young people will seem to be looking for the issues that they care most about and finding groups that represent their feelings in those areas. But make no mistake about it, those are political campaigns, political action groups with the intention of changing politics. When I was younger, those existed to a lesser extent, particularly youth-led movements. You would have a youth wing of CNT or Greenpeace or youth political parties, and I joined the Youth Lib Dems. We didn't have things which were literally driven by the young people themselves, and I think that's a really, really positive development actually in that period of time.
Because there's a difference between what people view as politics and what politics actually is, isn't there?
There's a mismatch. Sorry, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, and that sort of party politics, which people view as politics, in recent years, it's people have more apathy towards it, especially young people. They don't relate to party politics, and the apathy is increasing. Why would you say that is? Do you think there's a particular
I think
reason?
one of the difficulties with party politics is that you've got four main parties in Wales. They have some positions which are going to be similar, some positions which are going to be different. But they won't necessarily, because they have positions on the economy and education and health and the environment and energy and whatever it is, they have to have a position on everything because they have to be ready to govern in every portfolio. Most of it is not necessarily of interest to someone whose primary interest is in breaking the power of the banks, for example, or alternatively someone who's really, really motivated by green issues. So in that kind of issues-led political environment we live in, and make no mistake about it, those political campaigns are extremely effective. Politics is much bigger than people think of it. We've got the chamber here, we've got Parliament, they're this big, but outside of that are the political parties, and then there's a further ring of these political campaigns which are very, very persuasive and powerful, and they do engage with the politicians very effectively. When you've got these broad portfolios and the political parties have something to say on absolutely everything, they don't spend a lot of time on the one issue that you really care about, whereas the Occupy movement spend all of their time talking about that one particular issue. Greenpeace spend all of their time talking about a particular group of issues. So do you see what I mean? It's that the portfolio is spread, and so the things that really engage you, we have to, if we were knocking on your door, we have to guess, okay, what do you care about? Let me see if I can guess, and try and talk to you about those things.